We've been using the envelope to control the VCA to affect the volume of our sound. We can also use it to control the filter, and this same envelope is hardwired to there, and I can turn up how much it affects my filter with this attenuverter knob here. And you can hear that wah wah, that wah wah effect is the filter moving. Turn that up some more. And the envelope is it's outputting only positive voltage. So it starts at 0 and it goes up. There's no negative side to that wave. So if you have this turned to the positive side, it's going to make the filter cutoff rise. So to get the most out of it, you'd want to set your filter low. And then it'll move that cutoff frequency up from wherever you've set it. If you wanted to move the opposite way, most filters have an attenuverter built in, so you dial this over to negative. Can't hear anything because frequency is too low. The low pass will cut it all off. And now the filter is using the envelope in the opposite direction. So as the volume increases, the cutoff frequency of the filter is decreasing. Nice, nice. Now we can also use this envelope to modulate the frequency of our oscillators. We can modulate the pitch with the envelope, and it should not interfere with the internal routing, so it will still affect the amp and the filter, but we can also use it to affect the pitch. If I plug it in here, now the filter is the envelope is affecting the pitch of oscillator 1. The oscillator does not come with an attenuverter. So if I want the envelope to push the pitch down instead of up, I need to use an attenuverter to make it do that, which means I have to send the envelope signal over here to, whoa, that's a weird noise. Send that over here to a channel of mutable shades where I can invert it, and now I should be able to. And now the envelope inverted pushes the pitch of oscillator 1 down. And that's basically what an ADSR envelope generator does, and the 3 basic things about the sound that you can modulate: the volume, the tone color or filter frequency, and the pitch of the oscillator. There are other parameters that can be controlled. For example, This oscillator has a square wave with pulse width modulation. You can use the envelope or any modulation source to control that. If I turn it down so I'm only hearing the square wave from oscillator 1. It's on this channel right here. And I'm going to turn the filter back up so that's not distracting us. And then turn the attenuator up here on the pulse width modulation. You can hear that kind of a pulse width sweep there that's being caused by the envelope generator. So basically anything that will accept a CV input can be modulated with an envelope, just like it could be modulated with an LFO. It's just that the envelope is like a one-time thing. It plays when it receives a gate or a trigger signal. You can set these things. There's some of them are made so you can make them loop, and then it behaves like an LFO, but you have these controls over the different parts of the wave. At present, I do not have one that does that. However, I can fool this envelope into acting like an LFO if I send it a clock signal to its input. So then, if I take it, now it's receiving a steady clocked gate signal from my clock distributor over here. And I can monkey with that and kind of, it's sort of like an LFO, but you have more control over the wave shape. And but then with it automatically running, this is the one that controls my VCA up here, and I can't really. I've got to kind of play with or in sync with that rhythm. If I, it's not like. So, yeah, you have to think about how you're using the modules that you have available, even though some of them can do double duties and they have multiple tasks that they can accomplish. Usually they can only do one thing at a time, and you use that one thing to control 3 different parameters. If I'm controlling pitch and filter and a whole bunch of things all being driven by this one envelope, but then once you clock it, you lose your ability to play notes unless, let me see, there's probably a way to actually, now that I've started talking about it, I bet there is a way. If I have that running, I can control, like I did before, the VCA with the gate, and then I can I can control the VCA with the keyboard, but the filter and the pulse width that are being controlled by the envelope, that's being gated by the clock over here.